That's the right one. He.
It'd suck if it was the left one, because that would make it the wrong one.
But what if it was the center one?
That does not exist.
What?
Maybe it does.
It doesn't, but if you say it does, then it does.
And that's how books work. Words on a page.
Yeah. Books actually don't work. They sit there.
They are pretty inanimate.
Oh my god, I would love to hire a book though.
Fair enough.
Book for hire?
Are you a book hire?
No. I chapter book.
Yeah. Books get really chapped.
Oh. I mean,
when you read
I don't
them
typically
really hard.
want a nice wet book. It's not something I'm ever looking for.
Yeah, those dry books are good. Dry
Yeah.
books good.
And that's the theory of today, dry books. Welcome back to PawsCast. Thanks for tuning in once more, and again, and for another time. I'm Doon the Fox, and to any foxes who are listening, my address is 123 Internet Street, Las Vegas, Texas. And I'm with a couple of people who like to travel. Hi, Jelly.
Hi, I am Jelly, shark creature here. I also live on that street in Texas, and it gets loud over there. So.
Yeah, I really wish Nadine would stop throwing crazy house
Fucking
parties.
Nadine, man.
Yeah, it really bums me out. Hi, Ark.
Hi, I'm Ark. I am also a shark creature. I don't live in Texas because Texas is way too dry for me. I need it to be wet.
Whale?
I'm
Whale?
not. No. Whales
I thought it was
live
sharks.
in other places. I'm a shark.
You know, you're right.
It's
You know,
crazy.
as a fox surrounded by two sharks, I've never been more nervous in my life.
Yeah, that's some dangerous water here.
Yeah. Speaking of dangerous water, today we're talking about books.
Dangerous
The
water.
dangerous.
Yeah. Well, books have a history, and history is written in books.
That goes back a long ways to when books were first written.
Yeah.
In books.
The written word.
Period.
And that's on period, sis. So, we're going to start by talking about maybe the easy one. So, what are some of your favorite books?
Currently, I've been very interested in a series called The Way of Kings.
Ooh.
The Way of Kings is very fantasy, but in a slightly bigger twist. Not the normal magic, not the normal stuff. Everything's a little bit different.
Yeah, so I feel like I can take some credit here for at least getting you into that series. Stormlight Archives, written by Brandon Sanderson, is an amazing artist, and he has many, many different series that kind of overlap and have their own like universe that's all the same, but it's like different realms. I have the trilogy. Arik bought them for me for Christmas, and I loved the series, and I've not finished it because I don't read books as much as I enjoy. I love books. I just don't read them as much as I want to have time to do.
That's fair. That's
And
fair.
quite interestingly, it has evolved from a trilogy to a pentagy.
I think there's 5 of them.
I think there's 5, and then 2 novellas,
Ooh.
which are smaller stories that are in the same world but slightly separated out from the universe.
Yeah, basically side quests.
Yeah, side quests of characters that you really don't care about but are they
Side Quest
exist.
book 3.5.
Yeah, they sort of suck, honestly, but the main books are great.
Yeah, that's fair.
What about you? What do you read?
So recently, as in probably a year and a half ago, I reread the entire Chronicles of Narnia series, which is one of my favorites.
Do you have a favorite character? And is it Tumnus?
Well, because he's the gay one, right? Like, he's the only gay
Yeah,
one.
he doesn't wear a shirt.
But
and
he's
that's
also
kinda
sort of
cool.
just British.
Yeah, and also he was played by James McAvoy, which is a thing that I love in the movies, the newer movies. But I don't know who my actual favorite character is. I obviously loved Aslan. That's pretty much a given.
Lion Dad is good.
Lion Daddy is always good. Also, though, in the later books, I thought Reepicheep was a hilarious character.
Tell me about Reepicheep.
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 Yeah. Cheap little bitch. No, so he is this, okay, he's quite literally a talking mouse, and he has like a hat with a feather in it, and he's got like a fencing sword, and so I guess he's gayer than Tumnus,
love
maybe.
him.
Is he the one from Caspian?
So he definitely was in Prince Caspian and Voyage of the Dawn Treader, not the silver chair, I think, and then he was in the last battle.
Yes.
So
I love this mouse.
yeah, he's hilarious.
He's the best.
He's literally like lion in a mouse body. Like he is ready to fight everybody. He is Gryffindor. Like I hate to make a Harry Potter reference, but he's like heart of a lion, body of a mouse. You know, I guess that makes him like a chimera.
Yeah.
I can see it. I mean, I feel like when you're a chimera, you need to have the physical attributes of the two counterparts.
Yes,
but chimera heart mouse. I love him.
well, because we can't see his heart, right?
You're right. There could be a lion in there.
It could be a whole lion.
A whole lion.
Just an animal cracker, like. But I think my favorite book in the series is, what the fuck is the name of the first one?
That's a crazy.
The
book.
Magician's Nephew. That's my favorite one.
Isn't that one a movie now? Also,
No, they've never made it a movie.
No,
that I know of. I'm pretty sure they haven't. But to give you an idea, so the second book in the series is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which is the popular one.
Yep.
That's truly where the story starts for most people. So The Magician's Nephew is almost a prequel of sorts. But if you really take the time to like look at all of like the ink markings on these tree slices that you hallucinate from, you learn that that's what books are, by the way. I got a lot of shark looks just now. Basically there's like this guy and he found, I guess I'm gonna spoil it, I don't care. So he found these two magic rings and I don't remember how, but his two kids take the rings, that teleports them into a forest where there are lots of like, they call them pools,
and
but
then
like
they
little
become
ponds.
ring wraiths. Is that how that happens?
Well, and then they go to Mordor, and
right,
then
and then they throw the one into the volcano,
right, and then they have to like
Sauron.
Expelliarmus Captain Kirk, and it's just a whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
So God, that was painful. But like, so there's like this forest of like ponds, and you use the second ring when you go into the pond, and that takes you into other worlds. So it's like a hub of worlds, you know. And that's how they find the White Witch. She came from another world originally. Mm-hmm. The witch follows them back into one of the other ponds, and then that is the world that becomes Narnia. But Aslan is like running around singing a song, I guess. Yeah. And then he makes the world with his voice, and it becomes Narnia. Mm-hmm. And they like, there's like a lamppost that came from like London or something, and then it got into the Narnia world by accident, and that's why there's a lamppost by Tumnus's place.
Yes.
Like it's such, I honestly love it. And then The Last Battle is my other favorite book because it's literally quite literally end of the world, like
Final
apocalyptic shit. And the ending is crazy good. So it's a lot of, I don't know, like religious themes too, which are like not my favorite thing necessarily to read. But the writing I think is super, super good. Yeah. So sorry about that 10-minute diatribe, but
well, speaking of like portals to other worlds, that brings up one of my favorite books, which is Myst.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Myst is a book that was created based on a 90s video game.
Love.
Which is such a strange order of events. Normally it's a game that got turned into a book, or a book that gets turned into a game. Mm-hmm. But this one starts off, I believe, with a character called Atreus. And
never-ending story.
Yep.
But this character sort of goes through this world with his grandma, and he doesn't really know what's going on, and so he just investigates the world. He learns things, he writes things down in his journal, and the book sort of takes this journalistic approach where you get to see his sketches of the world around him and sort of experience it with him as he starts to grow up and learn things. And then his dad, who knows where he was for how many years, shows up and he's like, "Hey, son, I need you."
Oh.
And he's just like, "Okay, Dad."
And he's Southern, of course.
Oh, of course, yes. And basically the premise of this story is that both of these people, his dad and him, have the ability to write into other worlds.
Cool. That's fucking cool.
And so they believe that they have the ability to create these worlds. with their hands. And so his dad sort of thinks he's a god.
Right.
Because he can create
Logically
worlds
so.
and enter them. And it's such a fascinating thing. And so in these games, you sort of just start off in this world, and it's just a puzzle game. So it doesn't really feel all that special. But in the book, it gives you the reason and like the origin of why that world is falling apart.
Yeah.
Why is there two brothers stuck in a portal, and why is the dad stuck in this weird realm?
Right.
And so the story is actually just so good. Set in the middle of a desert, and I haven't read it in so many years, but I love it, and I need to reread it.
Yes. Definitely. I do like revisiting like things I've read before, especially after like a while, because then it feels like you get to re-experience it. You know?
One series that I recently picked back up, we were in Cincinnati, or at least heading down that way, is the Aragon series by
I
Christopher
love
Paolini.
Aragon.
I love Aragon.
Oh my
It's
God.
so good. I haven't read the 5th book yet, which just came out recently.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
I have to reread them now.
Right, and that's why I want to get back into them also. But just the trope of like boy finds dragon, fights evil empire, I love.
Yeah. Very Star Wars.
I mean, yeah, but I don't remember when Anakin Skywalker was Anakin Dragon Rider, but that would have been cool.
Aragon Starkiller.
Damn. Yeah. Crossover episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
When he killed his father because he chopped off his
Yeah, and
hand,
then-
and he was like, haha, I
And
killed
then
your
everything
father. And
happened
he was
with
like, I'm actually
Brahms,
still your father.
frowny face.
I will say, I think quite literally the climactic battle in the 4th book is one of my favorite
so
pieces of
good.
writing of all time. And because they did, I think they actually did like the unexpected. It didn't feel like a cop-out ending, you know?
No.
It was really good.
And growing up loving that series and being like my
Hated the
world
movie,
was
though.
those books, and then you watch the movie, and then
Hated the movie.
movie sucks butts, man.
Yeah,
No
truly.
good. Bad movie.
Horrible movie.
Ark, what's your opinion on that movie?
I watched the movie before I've read it. I still have not read it. And from an outside perspective, the movie is actually sort of fun. But I assume, and with almost every book that's been turned into a movie, the book is almost always better. And I believe, and that for that reason, I want to read.
Which is a fine take. We see
The
to get you
book.
to read those books.
I need to read it. But also, I have hope. And if the book is better than the movie, then I anticipate it being quite good.
Yeah.
So like my favorite genre obviously is like the high fantasy. Like I like when you open up a book and then the first page is like a world map. Like I know I'm going to enjoy that book.
Real.
What about you guys? Like what's your
Genre of choice?
genre of choice, favorite like tropes or archetypes in books, or
That's tough because I'm in such a space right now where I'm mostly watching videos or movies in my life. When it comes to books, sometimes the length of the book is overwhelming. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't know if I can sit down and just like even the longer video games, like especially open world video games, I just have trouble committing to like that much time into something. But as far as what I enjoy reading, I like to read things that don't feel expected. So if there's a good twist, a good turn, sci-fi is fine, high fantasy is fine. Good writing in general is good. I guess that feels like the obvious thing to say.
right?
But I also like really shitty comedy writing. So I read, I'm not going to remember the name of it, and I can try looking it up on my phone here in a second. But I read a thing that was advertised to me on the Facebook and then immediately ran to the Amazon and bought it.
Yes.
It is a book about, so it's written by, it's written by a woman pretending to write it from a man's perspective, and it is basically about like boyfriend and girlfriend, and they go on these like crazy misadventures, and there's like a lot of sex scenes, and there's like all this like it's so much like the idea of like, okay, I'm a woman writing this, but I'm gonna pretend that I'm writing it from a man's perspective and just poke fun at how men write women.
Okay.
Like, and so like it's layers, right? It's got layers, and it made me laugh the entire time. I was screaming. So I also tell people like I really like shitty horror B movies for that same reason. It's like either truly bad writing or somebody making fun of bad writing. And so for books, it's a lot of the same thing for me.
Yeah. as far as like the things I enjoy for books, high fantasy as well, but also sort of like medieval, just sort of kingdom stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's still like fantasy vibes, but doesn't need to have any magic or
Sure.
systems. One that really ties into that is the Ranger's Apprentice series. It is quite possibly one of the longest running series that I just fell in love with as a child. It follows a boy who doesn't necessarily have any talents. He's sort of just like good at climbing. That's literally sort of all he has going for him.
Yeah.
Is he can walk without making too much sound, and he's good at climbing things.
Yeah.
And so like none of the tradespeople wanted him, and so he was like, "Oh no, I'm an orphan with no talents. Yay!"
But I can climb.
And so
Guess what I'm good at? It's climbing.
And so like he doesn't have this future destiny or any grand plan, but this ranger takes him under his wing, and he's like, "You know what? You look awful.
you look like
I'll
shit.
take I'll take you. Like, you need someone to take care of you. I guess I'll take care of you begrudgingly." And there's just like this gruff guy that's like, "Okay, fine, I'll take care of you." And he teaches him how to get stronger, how to become a ranger, which in this world is sort of like the protectors of the kingdom.
Yeah.
In the silent, in the shadows. And it's really cool because he gets to use all of his different skills, and throughout the
Like climbing.
he does actually climb quite a bit.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think there's over 13 books now, which
Damn.
follow
Wow.
this story.
There must be a lot of mountains there. Sorry, please continue.
Oh my god.
He's actually
Take a
climbing
guess
the
at
largest
terrain of
mountain.
the world based on the amount of books.
He likes to climb, and there's 13 books. I'm making assumptions.
There must be 13 mountains at least.
At minimum, 13 mountains.
He climbs a lot of castles as well.
Okay.
So
Oh.
castles and mountains, actually both, quite a lot, and islands.
Feels like it's just the world of Skyrim if he's climbing castles.
Right. I'm gonna walk vertically up this wall.
And so like this, I think for the first 3 books, there's no magic, and there's some like slight hints of magic, but there's also like no real elements of magic. There's just like
Happenings.
there's sort of like maybe magic. Like, it must be magic because we don't
Strange
know how to
happenings.
explain it.
Yeah.
Yes. And so most of it's just like, oh, there's a crystal that exploded because it's actually just, and TNT.
Yeah. You just reminded me of 2 things.
Oh.
So when you said 13 books, I was reminded of A Series of Unfortunate Events,
Oh.
which is a phenomenal series.
It is.
Then I also remembered, unrelated to anything, a genre that I've been reading recently is here's a world and there are werewolves. That's all.
There is werewolves.
Yeah,
yes.
but it's more than just like rawr and eat
But
people.
what do they do? These
Well,
werewolves.
the werewolves, they tend to get into like deep conversations and relationships and meaningful life building
Okay.
together, and
Interesting.
yeah, and a lot of biting,
As there should be.
probably
Yeah.
food mostly.
I was questioning the genre of the literature. For a minute,
The
but
genre is werewolves,
just
and then it's
werewolf.
The genre's
Werewolf genre. Rar.
XD. That was a random fox noise. Hee. That means it's time to let you know we are on Patreon. If you like this podcast and want to see more, we have multiple subscription options available. You could even get early access to episodes and access to an exclusive group chat. Whoa! Go to patreon.com/pawsplay to learn more and subscribe today. Thank you so much for supporting furry content online. You're amazing. Back to the show.
I was watching a video by what are they called?
Uh-oh.
Becky.
Chrissy, wake up.
Legends of Evantris.
Yes.
Legends of
Yep.
Evantris. And Mikey from Legends of Evantris shouted out Happy Morning Milking Farm.
Oh no.
And I was so intrigued
Oh,
by this such random call out for a book.
You had to know.
I had to know. And
That
so,
means two different
one
things, what
must
we just said.
know.
and so I read this book,
Yeah.
Happy Morning Milking Farms. And it follows two people, a woman in this town of beast folk and magical creatures, and this minotaur who is just sort of bored and decides to go to a milking farm for a pharmaceutical company.
Medicinal milk?
Well, so the whole premise of this is that the milking farms use bull milk from, male bulls.
Yeah.
To increase testosterone and increase
Yes.
Because where else are you gonna get it?
Well, and like the
All
premise
right.
is, like they use the bull milk to make medicine for men to help them in bed.
Medicine?
Medicine, yes.
Take this blue pill.
Yeah.
Yes,
Starts with an E.
And honestly, I was like, oh, this is smut. This is full
Has to be,
smut,
right? Like-
and it is smut, 100%.
Happy Morning
But
Milking
also-
Farm is a smut novel.
When reading it,
Surprise.
surprise. But also when reading it, I was like, holy cow, I want to know more about this world because it's such an interesting world.
You said, holy cow.
But I genuinely was just like, I want to know more about these characters and like the world that they live in.
Yeah. If it's good plot, I mean, fuck it, you know?
And like, I was like, get over with the fantasies of you and your bull man.
I'm reading this for the plot, but I just really like it when they do the thing
And
with his
so-
penis.
This
I-
penis whore.
I did happen to also, they have like 4 or 5 books in their series. Yes. And so there's also one with a werewolf.
Love. Okay.
And
Now we
he's-
see the segue.
And there's the segue.
Yes. There's the
And
Is this like your werewolf?
and so in this story, this werewolf is a photographer for a journalism company.
I love that.
And he's just like a guy, and his entire family's like the highest of the high. They're the mayor, they're the police chief.
As a photographer, were you identifying with this character?
Yes, I
What
was. I
This-
was a werewolf myself.
This
Yes.
light camera man.
Not the like camera man. And I was just like, this is just sort of a fun story. And then when they started getting to the sex and everything, I was like, okay, we can skip all of that. I just want to
want
know
images.
about the drama between this man and his brother.
Yeah.
Because they hate each other, but also he's like looking out for him and they're like caring for each other, and it's really awesome. And I'm just like, why can't this just be a normal book where they're nice to each other and there's not smut everywhere?
Now, is it a picture book, to be clear?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is not a picture book. This is a full written story. I read it with an audiobook where the person reading it does all of the sounds and all of everything.
Oh.
Because the
Arguably
person
worse than a picture book.
it is fantastic.
Okay.
They do an amazing job and they do voices for all of the characters, and it is hilarious.
Yeah.
I'd hate
And-
to be that guy's roommate.
Because all you hear is
Suction.
yeah. Oh yeah, he calls it out like a Harry Potter spell. What are some things that you guys are reading currently or have recently read?
Recently read was like Stormlight Archive.
Yeah, most recent was definitely the Stormlight Archives. Something that Ark and I like to do just for fun is I have like a it's one of those weird like furry visual dating novel things, and we like to read them together but voice out the characters because it's kind of fun. We give them silly voices.
I love
And that's fun, but I wouldn't count that as literature.
that. Yeah, no, that's fair.
So final answer, I guess, is the Stormlight Archives.
I mean, I think like team silly audiobook is pretty good as an activity.
I like it.
I think it counts.
And any of like the environmental things we say in sync with a monotone voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which makes it so much funnier, and we have to try and not laugh because we're just like, and they went in and then they did this, and then they went and did this, and then they
Yup.
went and did this.
That sounds like a nightmare.
It's my Friday night, and it's amazing.
Oh my god. Well, I recently so I went to Sweden recently because we just did NFC at the time we're recording this,
Whoa.
which was amazing. While we were in Sweden, there were a few evenings where we had downtime. So I downloaded I don't know the name of the series, but it's a trilogy. It's written by a apparently very well-known Chinese author, and the first book in the series is called The Three-Body Problem. Now, this is also a Netflix show currently. I keep getting served every fucking short on YouTube for this show. And I'm just like, okay, well, I kind of love everything that's happening right now. So, but I also, in my quest to sort of maybe save a penny or two right now, I don't have Netflix anymore. So I was just like, let me just like buy the book, I guess. So I had trouble getting into it, but I pushed myself through the initial part of the book, and everything that was in the book was leaps and bounds way better than what I was seeing in the shorts. And I was like, okay, so I don't know. Sometimes the production teams just like are fucked for time and they have to just write what they can write. But this book was actually really, really good. I finished the first book in Sweden. And I sort of started reading the second book, but I need to like actually start it properly. But it's really good. I'm super excited about reading more.
Yes, I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, I the whole concept of it is pretty damn good, to be honest. I will say it's very like, what do they call that?
It's kind of a mindfuck.
So it's historical fiction meets sci-fi is what I would describe it as for genre, which I personally love. I think it works really, really well. Not the sort of thing I normally read, I'll put it that way. But the sci-fi concept was exactly what I wanted to know.
Yeah, dystopian society and sci-fi is so good.
So that actually is, so The Giver is an example.
Oh, yes.
Logan's Run is a movie that fits the genre as well. The City of Ember also fits this
Why
category.
is that one familiar? I feel like I read that one.
You probably did. So the society is underground for about 200 or 300 years.
Yes, and it's, yep, I also saw the movie. I know
Right.
exactly what you're
I
talking
never
Is
about.
that
saw
the
the
one with the
movie.
mole man, like the mole that like
There's a creepy mole in the movie.
yes, in the movie there's a creepy mole that like chases the two kids around.
I don't know if that's in the book, but
It's in the movie.
okay.
It's in the movie.
So I think I've already said this on the podcast, but part of why I like City of Ember as well is that's where I got the name Doon from.
Oh,
That's where it came from. Was that
I
book.
was always on assumptions like sand dune.
Oh, well, I mean, and then once Dune became really popular again after the 80s, like that's what people have.
Desert.
He's an Agaib. You know, that's what people quote me at. So
I love that.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yes, at any version of like we live in a fucked up world and then you escape out into actual planet Earth, like it's pretty neat.
what about worlds where the world is normal, but from the perspective of the book, everything is like messed up because they live in like a secret society, but the rest of the world's normal.
That's it. Okay, so it's giving Harry Potter.
But
Yeah.
like, okay, so this book, similar to Harry Potter, the series is called Hive, Hive, the Higher Institute of Villainous Education.
Love.
And so the world's going on like the world goes on. But in the background, there are people training kids to be villains, mostly orphans or children of previous villains.
Do they have special abilities like
Climbing.
Well, you say this, but there is actually a character who's very good at climbing.
climbs?
No.
It's Spider-Man.
No, they don't have any special abilities. Most of them are just normal kids that
But they're
are
nefarious.
yeah. They have nefarious minds. And
Go ahead.
they aren't inherently evil. They're just sort of kids that get up to mischief. And as you get through these books, you learn that this organization is actually trying to maintain order in the world by
Right.
being less villainous than the true villains in the world.
Yeah.
We're just gonna make them a little.
And so they're
naughty.
sort of like these anti-hero villains that will steal pennies from people's accounts, but also like maintain order in the world. And it's hilarious. Highly recommend it. It also has like at least 8 in the series.
Oh, wow.
It's quite long, very good. There's an evil AI overlord, whose name is Overlord, for dramatic
Reasons.
effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the main character is spoilers,
Nice.
a main character.
Whoa.
Damn. He's a lion.
This one's going to stick with me.
He's a character with a mane.
It's a main character with white hair. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
Of course. All right. Lightning round.
Oh,
Final question for the evening. Would you write a book?
I would write a choose your own adventure novel.
Yes. Remember Goosebumps was doing that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would do that. That would be
Fierce.
fun.
yes.
Is that, yeah?
Just period. Yes.
Nice. All right.
Just period.
I love writing.
yeah.
I have tried writing several things, have not gotten super far on them, but have loved the process.
Yes.
And I always get like halfway through, and then I'm like, well, I've lost the plot. So
I no longer know what this universe
and
is.
so
doing.
instead of writing books, I just sort of write D&D plots now. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
Which
You
counts.
know.
That counts.
eh.
I would write a book as well. There are I think there are only two things I would write at this point. So one is an autobiography, which that's more of just like I would do it just for the fuck of it kind of thing. The thing that I really want to write though is Doon's backstory, because I've had the story in my head for at least,
And we'll be publishing the original?
well, eventually, yeah. So the original got deleted, but I have to rewrite it. So the thing is, I've had it in my head for like 20 years, and I've recently, like last year at some point, I tried sitting down with it for a few days and like writing out things and fleshing it out more. But I need to go back to it and finish it because it's quite long. The entire story is very long. But part of why I want to do that though is I would like to make some videos out of it as well. I've already kind of teased this too. So I want to get a Dune 3.0 as a fursuit at some point and do a music video for that. And the way that I would structure that music video would be within the world of his backstory. So it would be like the first like peek
That's cool.
into like what that would be.
I like that.
Me too. I'm excited. So yeah, I would just right now though, it's much more fun to do like silly writing. I'm having a lot of fun with that. So wow.
Is there a place where people can find your written works?
No.
No.
Not yet.
Will you wear wigs?
When will you wear
Can you
wigs?
climb?
Can you?
When will you start climbing? Oh my god. Well, thank you, Jelly. Thank you, Ark.
Of course.
I love talking about books.
This is fun. I'll need to read more books before we reconvene.
Yeah.
Just remembered how much I love reading books, and I need to read them more.
So hopefully this has inspired you, you know?
I have so many books in my room ready to read. I have like 3 series that I'm like, I want to read this. So I buy the series and then I just like leave it on my counter. I'm like, soon.
Yes.
And then soon becomes a while.
Soon becomes a year and a half.
Yeah, no, I know the feeling. Like, I'm so invested in, like, you know, editing and production right now and writing, but eventually we'll read a book.
I like that. Eventually, we'll read a book.
Eventually.
And we send you this invitation. Please read a book.
Yeah, let us know in the
increase-
comments what books you like.
Yes.
Increase your literacy, please,
Not
for
only your
our
literacy,
sake.
but your literature.
Yes.
That too.
Read
You
a
know.
book.
Yeah,
Please read.
please read.
But listen to us first. 'Cause
Yeah, you
we're-
can read after.
Yeah.
Or just like turn us into a book.
Yeah. Use ChatGPT. Turn everything you hear today into a book and then just read that.
Yeah.
Post it in the comments.
Post the book in. Oh my god. Well, that's it from us about books. What's your favorite book? What series do you like reading? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell. We'll let you know when another episode is coming out. But that's it for now. Thanks for tuning into PawsCast. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.